You and your bitch
I'll
going,
bring
nigga.
my
That's
daughter up in and whoop your. I bring my granddaughter up in.
Okay, well bring them, nigga. Bring your mammy up here, bitch, and I'll beat her ass too.
Oh shit.
Nigga, I dog that hoe too, nigga.
Look like somebody done slice your face up.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Your face up. Bitch, somebody.
Ooh!
You going to jail now?
Okay, what's
you
up,
going to
nigga?
jail now?
Let's go, nigga.
You going to jail?
Make these suckers recognize I ain't playing, ho. If you violate off the top trick, you gotta go. I done held in a lot of shit, and I'm about to flip. Now I think it's time to show you bitches who you fucking with. DJ, that's the name, and I came to bring the pot. Anna on my chest, got me busting at you lemon lines. Yeah, I know, you fucking with a street nigga. From the gutter pimp type / drug dealer. Born and raised in that
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Mack Lessons Radio Show.
This only the beginning. I got a lot to
I am your gracious host. This is Tariq.
and you got hell to pay. Ain't no
Tariq Elite, Tariq Nasheed, King Flex, whatever you want to call me. I'm here.
let my nuts hang to the flow. So if
And we're going to chop up some real good game on today's show. Today's show is brought to you today by the book Step Your Game Up. It's now on paperback. Are you tired of feeling like a lame? You tired of feeling like a simp? Is your wardrobe whack? Is your game lame? Get the Step Your Game Up book right now on paperback. It's written by Chicago dating coach Dennis Zanpierre and his homie Tito Fresh. You can order Step Your Game Up at stepyourgameupbook.com. stepyourgameupbook.com. And today's show is also brought to you by Case Ultra, the new clothing line inspired by ancient hieroglyphs and modern style. Sign up for their t-shirt subscription and get a new t-shirt delivered every month. Use the coupon code KFLEX and get 50% off on everything. So go to caseultra.com. They got real fly shirts. I rock their shirts all the time. caseultra.com. And don't forget to join me out here in Hollywood at the Montalban Theater, October 27th, for the world premiere screening of my horror film, The Eugenist. The Eugenist is going to be screened Saturday, 6 p.m. at the Montalban Theater. Go to theeugenist.com to get tickets for that. You guys are going to be the first people on the planet to see the film The Eugenist. It's going to be released next year, but it's being screened at the end of this month for the film festival, the Hollywood Black Film Festival. Shout out to them. Shout out to my people over at Empire Magazine. They did a story about me for Empire Magazine. So y'all go on my Facebook page at Tariq Nasheed on Facebook and check out the Empire Magazine ad and all that good stuff. And you cannot forget Hidden Colors 2. Hidden Colors 2 coming to theaters December 6th, December 7th. Let me put on some Mackie music. December 6th, December 7th for Hidden Colors 2. It's coming to theaters, and you go to hiddencolorsfilm.com to get all the information, all the theater information to find out which theater. It's going to be December 6th, December 7th. I know December 7th it's going to be in Atlanta, New York, Chicago. So just go to hiddencolorsfilm.com and get all the dates and all the showtimes and all the movie theater locations for that. And you can still get the Hidden Colors DVD at hiddencolorsfilm.com. Speaking of Hidden Colors, the influence of Hidden Colors is just spreading worldwide. A lot of people sent me this article that came out talking about Mansa Musa. There's an article that's circulating around in the media. They're talking about the richest people who ever lived. The top 25 people who ever lived. And they had people like Bill Gates, a lot of people just throughout history. And the top person on that list, they even had Gaddafi on the list, by the way. He had like $200 billion. But the number one person on the list, the richest man, the richest person who ever lived, was Mansa Musa. And I was shocked that they gave Mansa Musa props. And I would like to say that the film Hidden Colors helped put that out there, because nobody was talking about Mansa Musa before Hidden Colors. We talked about him in Hidden Colors last year, the first Hidden Colors, and that hipped a lot of people to who Mansa Musa was. A year or two ago, Mansa Musa was just a couple of paragraphs on Wikipedia. Nobody really talked about this brother, and he was an extremely wealthy guy. You heard me talk about Mansa Musa on my show many times. But this article stated that Mansa Musa had about $400 billion in wealth when you adjust everything to inflation. So this brother had real big paper, and I would love to do a movie about Mansa Musa. I mean, his story is incredible, the wealth this guy has, and he was a West African brother. So this is some stuff that we need to know in history. This is some very good history that we need to know, because the image we have of Africa, just motherfuckers running around with sticks, with ashy butt cheeks and all that nonsense, and we need to know the real deal. They keep a lot of the stuff buried, and they'll give it to you in bits and pieces. But that's why we have the Hidden Colors series. So definitely be sure to go out and support the Hidden Colors series, Hidden Colors 2 when it comes out. Hidden Colors 2 is a beast. You're going to love it. Anyway, we're going to get into some good game. I'm going to talk about the bus driver situation. I'm going to get into that a little bit later on in the show, about the bus driver with the civil rights uppercut that everybody's talking about. I went into detail about it on Ustream Sunday, and I'm going to touch on it a little bit here. But real deep stuff. We're going to get into that. And there's some other things that I want to talk about as far as what's going on in the media. The rapper Nelly. For those who have not heard, the rapper Nelly, he got caught with some of that work. Nelly was down there in his tour bus somewhere in southern Texas, right by the Mexican border. They got stopped. They got pulled over. It was about him and seven of his people on the tour bus. And they found a lot of bags of heroin. They found bags of weed, and they found a gun. And one of his partners owned up to everything. He's like, hey, everything is mine, and they arrested his partner. But cats got to be real careful about that. A lot of people are saying that Nelly's partner is a rider because he's taking one for the team. I don't even think Nelly knew what was going on. What it looked like, and I'm just playing the devil's advocate here. Who knows? I doubt if Nelly was out there trying to get that work. Because when you got all those bags of heroin, I think it was like 30-something bags of heroin, something like that, it's a motherfucker trying to get his flip on. He's trying to flip that. A nigga ain't trying to smoke that or shoot that up. That's a nigga who's trying to break that shit down and flip it. So it looks like, from where I stand, from what I see, somebody in Nelly's entourage, they were out there by the border. Somebody might have walked over to Mexico and heard about them good ass prices on that work over there, because they offer real good prices. If you go to Mexico or anywhere in South America or Central America, but really Mexico, you go to Mexico and cats will just walk up on you offering you all types of deals on that narcotic. I know when I went to Cancun, I'm just on the beach, me and my lady friend chilling, and motherfuckers coming up to me, hey man, I got the cocaine, I got the ecstasy, I got the heroin. I mean, they just offering drugs like it's nothing at these insane prices. And one of these ignorant ass niggas with Nelly must have went down there, heard about them good prices. He was like, shit, man, this is a deal I can't beat. I can get 30 bags of heroin for X amount of dollars, and I go home and I flip the shit out of that. The thing is, niggas, of course, if you go to South America or Mexico somewhere and they give you a good price on that narcotic, the dope is always pretty cheap. The problem is getting that bitch back over here. That's where the money comes from. The money comes from bringing that shit across the border. Dope is cheap. It's cheaper than what you can imagine. Dope is real cheap when you go to other countries. You hear those prices, you're like, God damn, they get $6,000 for a brick? But the key to the game is getting that over here. It's the transportation. And that's where you niggas get caught up. Y'all don't even get in that game. Y'all cannot transport that shit over here. Y'all don't have the kind of elaborate network to do that. So cats should leave that alone, and Nelly should charge his partner to the game, the nigga who he brought on that tour bus. The nigga thought he would make a couple of extra dollars rolling with Nelly, and it backfired, and it makes the whole team look weak. So anyway, I digress as far as that. Another thing that's in the media that I know a lot of people heard about, Ole Miss University. Ole Miss in the South, the university, the college campus, who has had a history of little racist type things. A couple of years ago, I mean, they were still flying the Confederate flag. They went under a lot of scrutiny for having the Confederate flag. And they changed their mascot. Their mascot used to be this rebel, the Ole Miss rebel, the Confederate rebel, and then they changed the mascot to this black bear. And what they did, they elected a black homecoming queen for Ole Miss this year. And the woman they elected for Miss Homecoming is a very overweight black woman. She looks like Gabby Sidibe. She's like a precious knockoff. And I don't say that to be mean. I'm just going to keep it 110. And a lot of black media outlets are being very congratulatory about this. Oh, congrats to the girl. Congratulations to her. This is a great thing. And this is not a great thing. It's not a great thing. And I'm not trying to burst bubbles. I'm not trying to sound overly cynical. But black people have to understand and know when they are being insulted. The university elected this girl, this overweight black female, as a diss. Now, some black folks will say, well, fuck it, let's just roll with it. No, you don't roll with it, niggas. Black people, you're going to have to understand when somebody is insulting you. Most schools, especially in a white school, they don't have overweight homecoming queens. They'll find the best looking female there. Her academic skills may or may not be up to par, but they want her look to be representative of what they want to represent the school with. They want the look to be fly. You don't see no overweight homecoming queens at some of these colleges out here. So they did it. It's a backhanded compliment. And black people really do not know when they are being insulted. Black folks are so happy and giddy at the appearance of being accepted by certain whites, they'll just take that for face value and not knowing the underlying truth behind it. And the thing is, with a school like that, a school that has had a history of racism, a school that has victoriously flown a Confederate flag, which represents maintaining slavery, when you're forced to not represent what you want to represent, you do it kicking and screaming, and you can't kick and scream overtly. You have to do things in a very covert manner. And a lot of things are done in a very passive-aggressive way. And the thing is, electing an overweight black woman as your homecoming queen, that's a very passive-aggressive diss. It's like a prank. Black folks black people, you don't understand white humor. Shout out, and I'm not trying to throw my white brothers and sisters under the bus. I'm not. This is not a bash white folks, nothing, but white humor, black people don't understand your humor, white people. I'm talking to my white people right now. I know where you're coming from. I know how you think. I know how a lot of you get down. I know a lot of the jokes that you guys like to play and how elaborate your jokes and pranks are. See, black people don't really get into pranks like that. Black people humor, our humor is very cut and dry. It's like, give me the joke. It's funny. Cool. We'll move on. We want the joke right then and there. Just get right to the point, get right to the punchline. 1, 2, 3, ha ha ha, let's move on. We're very direct with our humor. We don't really have time for bullshit too much, so black humor is very direct. White humor is a little bit different. White humor is a little more elaborate. It'll take them a minute to get to the punchline. White people will set up a whole big elaborate thing just for one little laugh. That's why the Jackass television series, that's why that show was so popular. These guys would create all these elaborate props for one goofy ass joke. They'll set up a cannon over a water pond with a balloon and put on a helmet and wings, and then they'll shoot themselves out of the cannon and then fall down and then have a tennis ball thrown in their nuts, and it's like, ah, ha, 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 that's how funny. So they go through this whole elaborate thing just for a joke. That's white humor. And they do this with certain things like this black girl becoming homecoming queen. Some white kids sat up in the school and said, hey, you know, it'd be fucking funny. You know, they're making us get into this affirmative action thing. What if we got a fat mammy as our homecoming queen? That'd be fucking hilarious. That's how a lot of these cats think, and that's exactly what they did. I hate to break it to black people. They're not giving you props, putting this overweight sister out there, waving to everybody, and behind the scenes, they're laughing their asses off, and this is something that they're going to laugh at down the line. You understand that? The humor is very passive-aggressive. And black folks hate to admit this. That's even with the whole Gabby Sidibe thing. When they would put Gabby Sidibe, the actress, they would put her on all these fashion magazines with all of these attractive white women. That was an inside joke, and I did many shows about that. Black people have to stop being part of an inside joke, and you have to understand when you were part of an inside joke. You have to understand the first form of entertainment in America was minstrel shows. The first form of entertainment in America that was indicative to America were minstrel shows. Basically shows making fun of black people. They would overtly make fun of black folks. Now that it's not politically correct to overtly make fun of black folks, it's done on a subliminal, more covert level. So that's their way of making fun of black people, and it's not a threat to white supremacy. And I don't want to get into too deep of racial politics, but I just have to break this down. You have to maintain your level of white supremacy. Now, how do you maintain the level of white supremacy and still come across as not being racist? You do things, you give backhanded props, just like with this Ole Miss thing. Electing an overweight black female as the homecoming queen, now you can prove to the world that, hey, we're not racist, we have a black homecoming queen, and you don't mess up white supremacy because she's not a threat to the standard of beauty. She's not going to be desired by the males there. She's not going to be threatening to the white females there, so you maintain white supremacy. Having an attractive black female there, that would be threatening to white supremacy. And they're not going to do that. And I'm pretty sure there are some attractive sisters that go to that school. And I'm not trying to shit on that sister, the overweight girl. Just because you're overweight doesn't automatically mean you're unattractive. But the thing is, when you contrast and compare beauty, they always get the overweight black woman and the in-shape, attractive white woman and contrast them with one another. And we got to understand that game. And again, I don't want to sound like a broken record because I've talked about this many, many times before. So black folks, stop going for the okie doke. Having that sister as the homecoming queen is not progression. It's a diss. Understand it for what it is. But I digress, ladies and gentlemen. Now look, let's get into this whole bus driver situation. Let's get into this bus driver situation. Now, for those who don't know, this bus driver situation, I played the clip earlier at the beginning of the show. In Ohio, this hood rat got on a bus. She didn't have her bus fare. The bus driver was going to put her out of the bus. He kept telling the girl she's going to have to get off the bus. She kept saying, no, I got money. So she finally paid her bus fare. But after she paid the bus fare, she was upset. She started cursing out the bus driver. And she's cursing out this bus driver. And then they got into a little altercation. She ended up hitting him and spitting on him. And then the brother got up and administered a Jim Crow uppercut on the female. And then threw her off the bus. Now, after the fact, the brother was suspended from his job. The girl did an interview on the news talking about how she's got a lawyer, and how could he hit her and all this sort of stuff. So a lot of people are torn. A lot of people agree that he should have gave her the uppercut. Some people said, he shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't hit a girl. And even in the clip, some people were like, that's a girl, you shouldn't hit a girl. So I want some of the people, before I get deep into it, I want some of the people to chime in and let me know your thoughts on it. What's up? Who's calling?
Marcus.
Hello?
You going to...
Hold on. Okay, this nigga is doing too much. Hey, yo, what's going on? This nigga's... Okay, I don't need no theatrics. When I say hello, just say, what's going on. Niggas got to be all on some Morgan Freeman theatrical shit. All right, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Mac?
What's up, man? What's your name, man?
My name is Ill Will from Killeen, Texas, man.
Ill Will from Killeen, Texas. All right, Ill, so what's your thoughts on this?
I'm surprised you picked up, man.
I'm here, brother. So what's your thoughts on that, bro? What's your thoughts on the situation?
My thoughts are, as far as the bus driver and that girl, I actually thought that the bus driver was in the right for doing what he did. I feel like he shouldn't have uppercutted her. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he should have just dragged her off the bus and kept it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as what she did, you know what I'm saying, she hit him first.
Right.
And what's up?
All right, thanks for the call. Look, sometimes my patience is kind of thin. I just like people to get to the point. And not to cut everybody off, but y'all got to get to the point when y'all talk, ladies and gentlemen. All right, what's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's going on, brother? Tariq, it's Troy B, man. I'm out here in L.A., man.
Hey,
how you doing today?
I'm good, man. How you doing, Troy?
Man, very well, man. On this topic, man, I got a couple of views on this one. But first of all, old girl got exactly what she was asking for. She was doing a whole lot of woofing, and when old boy stepped to her and treated her like a man, like she was pretending to be, she got upset.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, absolutely.
So and those people defending her, how do you defend bad behavior? That's what I don't get. How are you going to try to co-sign on bad behavior? If that was my son out there, I'd go out there and say, come on, get your ass home and sit down because you was in the wrong and you got dealt with appropriately. You don't talk to no grown folks like that. I wasn't brought up that way. I don't bring my kids up that way.
Absolutely.
Period.
Thanks for the call, player. Hey, real talk. And I talked about this on Ustream. In the video, now most of you have seen the video. If you have not seen the video, you can look online and find girl gets in the fight with bus driver, a bus driver uppercut. It's all over the internet. On the clip, the girl was the man, by the way, the bus driver is like almost 60 years old. I keep saying girl, but the young lady was 25 years old, and she got on the bus and she was cursing at the man. Fuck you, you a bitch, nigga. I mean, just really disrespecting this older gentleman, which was extremely disrespectful right there. I come from an era where you just didn't talk to your elders fucked up like that. Back in the day, if you talked to your elders fucked up like that, everybody in the community would kind of get in your ass about it, and before your parents would get into your ass. That was something you just didn't do. Now that's the norm. People talking to older folks like they ain't got no goddamn sense. And the thing is with this young lady, and a lot of young ladies out here, because there's a lot of girls out here with this tough guy mentality. Like the situation with the young ladies fought the dude in McDonald's a few months ago. These young ladies went up into a McDonald's in New York, trying to fight the people, jumping over the counter, and then this brother got the spatula and then put the damn people's elbow on their ass and beat these chicks down with a damn spatula and got off. He went to jail, but he got off. But let me see who's on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
What's up, Tariq, man? I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller. I'm Jesse from Vegas. I'm going to chime in a little bit about this, the bus driver getting the young lady from Cleveland.
Go ahead, brother.
All right, turns out this young lady was 25 years of age, right?
Right.
And this man was 59 years old, so he's a senior citizen.
Right.
She had no business putting hands on him.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and also it was a news interview taken about a week after the whole the clip went on. She was interviewed. Now, the interviewer asked her, why'd she do it? And she immediately her answer was, I can't get into that right now.
Right.
I mean, you hit a 59-year-old man.
Yeah.
Why can't you answer the question?
Exactly.
Now I'm hearing feminist groups and blogs going off about oh, he should be this and he should be that. So hold on now, she's a grown woman.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
All right, man. Thanks for the call. Oh, this brother's going to go on and on. But thanks for the call, brother. Not to cut you off. Let me get another call. What's up? Who's calling?
What's going down, Tariq, man? This Big Al from Houston, man.
What's up, Big Al? What's on your mind, man?
Oh, man, first off, man, I just want to say, Tariq, man, I've been listening to you since I was 19, man. And player 24, this is the first time you answered my call, player.
Oh, damn. All right, well, here we are, brother. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Appreciate it, man. But, yeah, man, let's talk about that old man and that little trifling broad in that bus, man.
Yeah.
She deserved to get sitting out that ass, man.
So you think she deserved to get that uppercut?
Man, she deserved two-piece with a biscuit on the side. Man, these little kids are so disrespectful nowadays, though, man. It's just a reality check to these youngsters, man. They got to get their attitudes together.
Yeah, man. I agree to a certain degree, man. Thanks for the call, man. All right, so a lot of people are feeling like she should have got that uppercut. Now, my thing is, because a lot of people have this thing where you're not supposed to hit no woman under any circumstances. Under no circumstance should you hit a female. That's the whole consensus of our society. And a lot of women know this, and this is what makes them break bad on cats, because our society makes it totally unacceptable for any reason to really not just hit her, just protect yourself from a crazed woman. You understand what I'm saying? It just makes it so unacceptable. And there's a difference from protecting yourself and being on some domestic violence shit, because they make any form of physical altercation with a woman domestic violence. It's automatically a domestic violence thing, and it's a totally different thing. And I'm definitely not up for no damn domestic violence. I'm up for people protecting themselves. If somebody's coming at you, you don't know what this crazy stranger is coming at you, spitting on you. You don't know what they got going on. And when they're spitting on you is another thing, because you don't know what disease this person has. That's the thing that threw me about this whole situation with the bus driver girl. She's spitting in this dude's face. So right there, the gloves are off. That's the ultimate form of disrespect, when you spit on a person in their face. And also, you don't know if this girl has hepatitis, herpes, HIV, gonorrhea. You don't know what is in this person's saliva. You don't know what this person is giving you. So you're not really supposed to sit there and let this stranger put their goddamn bodily fluids on you. So I understand you have to do something to protect yourself. Now, I know some people were saying, well, he should have called the police. I mean, calling the police don't really solve crimes. I mean, let's just be realistic. The police usually comes after a crime has been committed, and all they do is just get information after the crime. But while there's a crime in progress, you have to do something to protect yourself. And if you have a person trying to choke you and hit you and spit on you while you're driving a bus and you're putting everybody's life in jeopardy, that's a very dangerous thing. You have to remember, this guy's driving a bus and you're endangering the lives of other people. So this brother was in a situation of damn if he do, damn if he don't, because if he had gotten into a bus crash or gotten into an accident, or somebody on that bus had gotten hurt, he still would have been blamed for not doing something to control the hood rat. So it was a damn if he did, damn if he don't situation, because that hood rat was not going to stop. She wasn't going to stop doing what she was doing. But like I said, protecting yourself is different from domestic violence. See, domestic violence, it's that. What's that situation in Ohio? I did a show about this brother a few weeks ago. The guy he was a basketball player and he ended up jumping on his girlfriend. See, that's a situation you know shit like that. That's a domestic violence situation. You don't co-sign that. That's some simp sucker shit. You jumping on a chick because she broke up with you. Y'all know the show I did. The dude, the big lanky dude who fell out in court, he had that real cute girlfriend. I saw other pictures of her. She's fine in the motherfucker. I see that nigga was gonna whoop ass before he let that go. The chick basically broke up with this dude, and he showed up to her spot and put the people's elbow on her. And in the video, the surveillance video of that situation, unfortunately, it is kind of funny. It's not funny, but it is kind of funny, because domestic violence ain't funny, but just the way this nigga got down with his was kind of funny, because the nigga just appeared out of nowhere. This girl was in her apartment complex, and this nigga just showed up like Wesley Snipes and Blade out of nowhere. It shocked her. She was looking like, damn, where the fuck this nigga come from? Nigga like a black vampire just showed up out of nowhere whooping this girl's ass. Stuff like that we can't co-sign. You know, niggas just like, look, if you break up with me, you're going to have to catch this fade. You know, shit like that you can't co-sign. But a situation like the bus driver situation where the man is doing his job and you have this crazy-ass stranger who's aggressive standing over you, trying to fight, cursing you, now they're hitting and spitting you, you're going to have to do something to protect yourself. You can't just sit there and potentially allow yourself to be endangered, because some of these hood rats are vicious. Some of these hood rats be walking around with box cutters, so they can really put in that work if you are not careful. So the brother had to really protect himself. He had to switch into survival mode, and he had to put the Jim Crow uppercut up on that girl. And once that Jim Crow uppercut went up in the girl, all of a sudden she became a woman again. Oh, she's a girl. How could you do that to a lady? You have to understand, a lot of these ladies, y'all can't run up in these streets on some I'm just as tough as the men shit. Because sooner or later, somebody's going to call your bluff on that. And somebody's going to treat you like a dude. And for a long time, a lot of people would get passes for doing that. But now society is getting frustrated with a lot of these hood rats out here. These hood rats are making the game real janky, and people are getting real tired of hood rats. What's up? Who's calling?
Nasheed, what's poppin', man? It's your boy Jay Walk in Cleveland, man.
Oh, man, we got a brother from Cleveland. We're just talking about Cleveland. Nigga, what's up with these hood rats in Cleveland, man?
Hey, man. She was acting crazy on the bus, man, and she caught the Ryukin.
Yeah.
She caught that Mortal Kombat uppercut, man.
Yeah. So how are the people in Cleveland feeling about the situation?
Hey, man, real talk. Everybody is like on the bus driver's side, man. You know, like she was acting all crazy, ratchet, out of place. You know, I said put hands on the bus driver, so he just got up out of his seat, did what he had to do.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, thanks for the call, player. Yeah, man, so it seems like the majority of the people are co-signing the bus driver. Even a lot of women are co-signing the bus driver because, again, a lot of people are being very frustrated, becoming frustrated by this vicious hood rat behavior that's going on out here. These hood rats are getting more and more vicious, and not only are they a threat to a lot of men out here, a lot of women are getting frustrated with it because these hood rats are always threatening other women. See, the thing is, back in the day, women could kind of co-sign hood rat behavior because there was this whole little sisterhood. You can't call out another woman on her bullshit. But now these hood rats have become so ratchet, their main MO is attacking other women. So other women are like, hey, look, I can't co-sign these hood rats no more. So a lot of these women out here are like, okay, that rat got exactly what she deserves. So this is why I think this young lady might put up a court case or go have a court case, but she's not going to win because I don't think anybody's going to co-sign her. What's up? Who's calling?
What's up, man? This is Winston Burby out of Houston, Texas.
All right, what's up, Winston? What's on your mind, man?
Yeah, man, I'm just looking at the subject you're talking about. I just got to seeing the video twice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit here and say this, man. Honest to dumb violence against nobody, especially women.
Right.
But damn, dude, don't put your hands on a man when you know you can't fight.
Right.
Because I know I was in some of your shows. You were saying that, you know, nobody's over an ass whooping.
Yeah.
And my question is this: what time will black men start getting respect in the black community from their women? Because this guy right here was an old school guy.
Yeah.
You know, he thought he was in his 40s or 60s, something like that. It's one thing when a woman disrespects me because I'm 25, but a man like that, come on, dude.
Absolutely.
I don't like that.
Absolutely. All right, thanks for the call, man. And he's making a great point. It's one thing to talk slick to a nigga who's around your age, but to talk greasy and that disrespectful and to put your hands on an older black gentleman. No, forget a black gentleman, just an older person, period. You don't put your hands on and spit on an older person? Really? That's unheard of back in the day. We would never do no shit like that. Seriously, if you did that, if you spit on an older person, you 25 or whatever, and you spit on a person who's 60 or whatever, the community, they would run you the fuck out of the community for doing some shit like that. We don't have that anymore. See, that's the thing. We have these hood rats running amok in the community. And the thing is with these hood rats, let me get on these hood rats for a minute, because these hood rats almost have a diplomatic immunity. And that's by design. Hood rats have this diplomatic immunity. If you notice, hood rats get away with a lot of stuff without any kind of repercussions. Hood rats are always getting in fights, always scrapping, always cutting somebody up, and they never get in trouble. But hood rats are needed in the black community, and they're government funded, they're government created, they're there to suppress the black community. And I talked about this on Ustream, how law enforcement use hood rats to snitch on cats to keep everybody in line. Hood rats are dusty nigger factories. They help fuel the prison industrial complex, they keep the black community suppressed, and they're the eyes and ears of the black community. Because law enforcement, they know how disloyal hood rats are. Hood rats are very disloyal, and y'all niggas gonna have to learn the hard way when y'all deal with these hood rats. But they know that the offspring of a hood rat will ensure the safety of the prevention of a black leadership rising up, a mass black leadership rising up. They know that hood rats are not gonna nurture a mass society of black people to be as progressive as they should be. So hood rats are very much needed for the black community. This is why hood rats get away with doing a whole bunch of stuff. And again, hood rats are some of the biggest snitches in the game. And I always tell dudes this, and I differentiate between black women and hood rats. There's a big difference. All black women are not hood rats. So when I'm talking about hood rats, I'm not throwing all black women under the bus, and I don't like people to try to use the behaviors of hood rats to throw black women under the bus, because all black women are definitely not hood rats, but people are going to have to start differentiating between the sisters who got it going on and the hood rats. But the hood rats, man, they're the reason why so many of these niggas in jail. Y'all niggas love cupcaking with these hood rats, and that's a problem. A lot of these brothers out here love laying up with hood rats. Niggas have this innate love for hood rats because they're very easy to get with. But you don't understand that these hood rats are the main ones turning you in. Some of y'all niggas be out here hustling for the hood rats. I gotta make money for me and my lady. You out here hustling for this hood rat, and she's on the phone snitching on your ass because she's looking at you like, okay, look, I got me a $300 dope dealer. I can roll with this $300 drug dealer nigga, get his little twos infused, or I can get on the phone, turn this nigga in and get me 10 G's, and I can go on the Tom Joyner cruise to Aruba and meet me a new nigga. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how they think. So cats got to understand the game. And I talk about this all the time, how you dudes out here hustling, you telling all these hood rats your business, and then you wonder why law enforcement knows about all your trap spots. They know where the guns are. They know where all the stolen cars are. They know all your business. There was a case down in Atlanta, and I'm going to play a clip of it. Down in Atlanta, this dude, he shot two cops. Some cops were beating on him. They were brutalizing him, and he ended up shooting the cops to protect himself, and he was trying to hide out. And that nigga's girlfriend turned him in for 20 stacks, and she was going to get $40,000 more if he was convicted. And what happened was his defense lawyer put her on the stand and had her admit to getting reward money. So they wanted to show her character. And let me play the clip of this so guys will understand how the game is. And this was very recent of this guy down in Atlanta with his hood rat girlfriend snitching on him. Let me play here.
The state paid William Woodard's girlfriend that $20,000 reward to turn him in. If he is convicted, she will get an additional $40,000. She told that to jurors before she broke down on the stand.
And I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for?
For what I did.
And she's on the stand with these fake ass tears.
What is that?
Turning him in for money.
Are you telling the truth here today?
Yes.
Jerusha Tucker took the witness stand and apologized to William Woodard, who was her boyfriend, on January 16th in 2008. Tucker apologized because she made a deal with the police to turn Woodard in.
That prearranged surrender that you did, you got $20,000 for that, didn't you?
Yes.
And if Woodard is convicted, Tucker will get an additional $40,000. Woodard is
So again, I'm just playing that to let guys know how the game is out here. You dig? These hood rats are not playing games with you niggas. These hood rats are working in cahoots with the power structure to keep your ass oppressed. That's why I said this on Ustream. A lot of you cats out here, you wonder why your homeboy got 5 years and now there's hood rats walking around with $1,200 weaves and red bottoms on. These hood rats then came up by turning you and your boy in. So the game is real trippy out here right now, fellas. This is some real shit. Y'all gotta stay away from these hood rats. And the girl in the bus driver situation, the girl from Ohio, her name is Shadia Lane, and there's pictures of her circulating around the net. Shadia Lane, she has like a Facebook page, she has a Twitter page, and her Facebook page, I mean, this is a certified hood rat, and I know what I'm saying, hood rat, I know it's kind of sounding curt, it sounds cynical to a certain degree, but this, I have to call it for what it is. This girl, Shadia Lane, is a real true to the game hood rat. Go look at some of her pictures. I mean, she's a certified card-carrying hood rat. There's one picture of her with a tacky hood rat outfit on. She's posing. She got burgundy braids, this little $3 Forever 21 shirt, some pink corduroy pants, an orange belt, and some bootleg pleather Manolo boots. And them shits don't even say Manolo. Them shits say knockoff. Just a straight-up fucking hood rat. Posing like she is that bitch, trying to come up in the game. So cats got to understand this and do what you have to do to stay away from hood rats. But women, you got to keep your hands off dudes out here. The game is changing. People are not accepting this vicious, wild hood rat behavior. If you step to dudes, a lot of times the law might not be there to save you, because that uppercut could have been more vicious than that. Y'all fuck up and step to the wrong dude, or even step to the wrong woman, because that's another thing. Women try to step to other women fucked up. You don't know if some of these women are holding a piece. One of these women end up blowing your goddamn brains out. So all that tough stepping to people crazy and sideways, those days are kind of being ushered out right now, because people are not accepting that anymore. And then starting fights, and then when people put the smack down on you, y'all start getting into this whole Evelyn Lozada, oh, I'm the victim now. I know I was crazy before, but I'm a victim now. People ain't buying that shit no more. You dig what I'm saying? People are starting to see through the bullshit from a lot of these women out here. And I'm not trying to shit on women or throw women under the bus, but a lot of these women, people are starting to call you out, and people are starting to see the viciousness in some of the behavior. See, the problem is in our society, and just society as a whole, everybody's looking at the brothers, seeing what they're doing wrong. What are these brothers doing wrong? What are these brothers? We got to keep our eye on these guys, but you don't keep your eye on some of these women out here, and some of these women, their bullshit is being called out. And I was looking at Oprah the other day, and Oprah, y'all know she had that school for girls in Africa. And this school for girls in Africa is like, we're doing this for the girls. And we're going to build this school. And in this school, we're going to make sure all the girls are safe from these evil men. They're trying to make it seem like all the men in South Africa were kind of evil. There are no men allowed on the campus after a certain time. We're just protecting these girls from the evil men, evil men, evil men. Fuck the African boys. Let them fend for themselves. But we're going to protect these African girls. So what happened at that school, there was a scandal because there was a woman accused of molesting some of the girls in the school. And Oprah was embarrassed by that. And she was like, look, we did everything we could, and this was a very unfortunate situation. But the thing is, y'all got to stop underestimating some of these shiesty-ass females out here. Some of these females can be just as goddamn shiesty. And I'm not saying that to disparage Oprah, because I like Oprah and I like her channel. I watch the OWN channel all the time. And I was watching this show with her talking about the African girls. And very lovely young ladies. It was a very heartfelt story about these young girls. And, they were growing up in poverty in many cases. And they were just very, very strong. But one thing I did notice, whenever Oprah would come in the room with them and talk to them, they start crying. They just start breaking down when Oprah came in the room. And some of that is genuine. I understand that, because Oprah knows how to bring out the emotions in certain people. But sometimes when those girls are crying, some of the motherfuckers are crying to get them a check. Let's keep it 110. Sometimes when motherfuckers get around Oprah, y'all notice people start crying their asses off when they get around Oprah. They be crying because they trying to get a check up out of Oprah. They be trying to get a little piece of paper up out of Oprah's ass. Because, you know, when Oprah feels sorry for you, Oprah start writing checks. So motherfuckers be like, you know, I grew up in a village with no water. Yeah, they start crying like a motherfucker. Oprah be hugging them. They still be spitting that game. Your touch is like a mother's touch, Oprah. Your touch is like a mother's touch. They spitting that hot fire. I'm like, get your money, little African babies. Get your goddamn money, because I be doing the same shit, too. Let Oprah interview me. You let Oprah interview me. I'm going to be crying, too. I'm going to be trying to get me some extra paper, too. I'm going to be on there making up some shit about my life. I'm going to be up there sounding like DMX's ass. Oprah like, so Tariq, how was it making Hidden Colors? I'm like, my mother never let me, you know. I just wanted to say mommy, you know. I just wanted to say mommy. You know? I didn't want to say mother. I just wanted a mommy. My mother was never there. My mother. I'm going to cry my ass off. I'm going to get me a nice, good cry in that motherfucker, too. No shame in my game. I'm going to start crying the minute they announce my name. On the Oprah show, we have Tariq Nasheed. Nigga, I'm going to cry at the drop of a fucking hat. I'm getting me some money. I'll cry so much on Oprah. I'll cry during the commercials. A commercial will be on, and y'all hear me over the commercials crying. Y'all hear this?
Hey, Jennifer Hudson here. Empowered. Me, powered. That's what I am on Weight Watchers. I'm learning stuff that I thought I knew, and I didn't. Turns out I just needed the right direction. Weight Watchers. I even lost weight on vacation. Yep, vacation. I'm me powered. Know what else? I want my family and my friends to learn good.
I'm going to cry at the drop of a fucking hat, nigga. I'm getting me some paper. No shame in the game. Let me take a couple of more calls before I get out of here. We've got a lot of people calling in. I'm going to take about 1 or 2 more calls before I get up out of here. But don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, go to theeugenist.com, get tickets to see me, and you spell the Eugenist EUGENIST, theeugenist.com, and get advance tickets to join me. I'm going to be there with you at the world premiere of my film, The Eugenist. It's a horror film at the Montalban Theater, October 27th, which is in a couple of weeks. 6 p.m., that's a Saturday, so y'all ain't got to go to work, you ain't got to go to church. Come on down and kick it. We're going to have a lot of fun that night. The Hollywood Black Film Festival is going to be in effect. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of celebrities going to be out. We're going to have a great time. And the tickets are real cheap. I think the tickets are like $12, $13. And join me for that. We're going to have a great time. And get more information at the HollywoodBlackFilmFestival.org. What's up? Who's on the phone?
Hey, this is Cedric. What's going on, Tariq?
What's going on, Cedric? Where you calling from, player?
I'm originally from Orlando, Florida, but I'm calling from Albany, Georgia, man.
There you go. What's on your mind, man?
I'm calling about this bus driver situation, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
To be honest with you, that girl knows she was in the wrong. She was even wronger for even getting on TV, sitting up there trying to defend herself about it. So that's a bad look for black people altogether, man.
It really is. It really is. Thanks for the call, but yeah, it really is. You know, all that showing out, acting the fool. Black folks got to stop being so goddamn emotional about certain things. I saw another clip of this football coach yesterday. This black assistant football coach. It was like some little kid football team, and the black dude, I don't know, the ref, it was a white dude who was a ref. I guess the ref made a bad call, and then the assistant coach ran out there trying to fight the ref, and he slapped the ref. And just niggas, stop being so goddamn emotional about everything and handle things in a logical way. But I digress, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, go to HiddenColorsFilm.com to get the documentary Hidden Colors. Hidden Colors 2 in theaters December 6th, December 7th. Y'all check that out. Follow me on Twitter at Tariq Nasheed, and I'm going to holla. Peace. 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 I'm going to holla. Peace.